thunder, I hear thunder. Oh, don't you? Oh, don't you? Pitter patter raindrops, pitter patter raindrops. I'm wet through. So are you. I hear thunder, I hear thunder. Oh, don't you? Oh, don't you? Pitter patter raindrops, pitter patter raindrops. I'm wet through. So are you.
Hi students, how have you been? I just sang this song, It's a rhyme that all of us know. You have learned and recited in your kindergarten classes. Do you remember? What does it talk about? It talks about rain. Pitter patter raindrops, pitter patter raindrops. Rain is liked by everyone, isn't it? Yes. Rain is a beautiful aspect of nature. Don't you think so? The beauty of that nature, that greenery, wow. It takes us into another world. Don't you think, children? Now the poet quotes Kinney. He's the poet. He has experienced the same thing. And that's why he has depicted it so beautifully. He has depicted his feelings in the poem. That is, the rain on the roof. What is that you love the most in rain? Do you think the smell of that earth, or that beautiful weather, or the nature that looks so beautiful, or that pitter 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 patter sound? The best part, you like is to play in the rain, isn't it? That's exactly what the poet also felt. So he has written his memories in the poem The Rain on the Roof, which we are going to see now. Okay? Yes, I think you all will be ready with the poem. That's the third poem in your Beehive book, The Rain on the Roof. Yes, I'm going to read paragraph by paragraph. It's a very short poem, a very small poem. Paragraph by paragraph I will read and explain, and then the literary devices will be given along with the hard words. Ready? Come on. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. What has the poet written in the first paragraph? He says that when the humid shadows hover, humid shadows means here it refers to, இங்க என்னத்தை குறிக்குது அப்படின்னா, it refers to the dark clouds. When there's rain, the clouds become very dark, which is full of water. So the poet is saying that when the sky is full of these clouds, full of water, moisture laden, and are about to rain, they're going to bring rain. That's the sign. When the clouds become dark, they're going to bring rain. When such clouds hover means move around something. Hover means move around something. So when they hover around in the sky over all the starry spheres. What do you mean by starry spheres? That means it refers to the sky at night, which is full of stars. At that night, huge clouds which are full of moisture, they move around in the sky, and the sad darkness of the night, melancholy darkness, abdina, melancholy means sad. That sad darkness, that darkness analysis, it shows something, it refers to sadness. So that sad darkness of the night is wiped off by the raindrops, which seem like tears falling from the sky. So he is actually showing a scene like the sky is crying because of some sadness. So it looks like as if the clouds are sad and that night is wiped off by the raindrops, and that raindrops seem like tears, அப்படி அலற மாதிரி. So the tears are falling from the sky. அப்படி ஒரு சீன் அவர் கிரியேட் பண்ணுறார் அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பேராகிராஃபில். The poet is comparing raindrops to tears, and he says that the dark sky, which seems to be very sad, it appears as if it is crying, and raindrops are the tears that falls by it. So he adds that it is like a blessing to lie on the bed in the room. The cottage chamber ன்னு சொல்கிறாங்கல்ல, cottage chamber அப்படின்னா cottage means it's a house and there's a chamber means room. அந்த ரூமில் அப்படியே படுத்துக்கிட்டு, so it's a blessing. Bliss அப்படின்னா, what do you mean by bliss? Bliss means happiness. It's a blessing. So it's such a blessing, it's such a happiness that when you just lie down on your bedroom, on the cot in your chamber, that is the room, and listen to the sound made by the raindrops falling on the roof. So when the thing falls on the roof, those days it was tiled roofs. So when the raindrops fall on the roof, they make this pitter-patter sound. So when you just lie down on your bed and when you listen to that pitter-patter sound, it's such a blessing, he says. Humid means something which is full of water or moisture. And then hover means move around something. Melancholy means sadness. Bliss means happiness. Patter is the sound of raindrops falling on the roof. Cottage chamber means the bedroom. Come on, now let's see to the second stanza. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into oof as I listen to a patter of the rain upon the roof. Now the poet is expressing his feelings. So when he hears the raindrops falling on the roof of his house, he says that every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart. So that sound, ting ting sound on that shingle. Shingle abdina, it is the rectangular wooden tiles used on roofs. Roof mela, but not these days we have concrete roofs, but those days it was wooden tiles used as roofs. And the tiles mela vilamode it makes a tinkle sound, tinkle, pat 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 ன்னு ஒரு sound வரும். So that sound has an echo in the heart. Echo na enna, whenever he hears rain falling on the rooftop, the sound repeats in his heart. That's echo sound. Echo means it keeps repeating. And also in his dreams also he's got that sound getting repeated. And also he has many different imaginations, fanciful imaginations. He adds that this sound of the rain falling on the rooftop, it creates many new different dreams in his mind. It seems different dreams varudha avarku and the sound keka, so it keeps echoing in his heart. That's what he says. He recollects many memories of the past which come back into his mind as dreams. Nariya memories na ஞாபகங்கள் அப்படியே ரெக்கலெக்ட் ஆகுது. எவ்ரிதிங் கெட்ஸ் ரெக்கலெக்டட், ஞாபகங்கள் வருது. ஸோ சின்ன வயசில் உள்ள ஞாபகங்கள் இந்த ரெயினுடைய அந்த சவுண்ட் கேட்ட உடனே ஸோ ஆஸ் ட்ரீம்ஸ் இட் கீப்ஸ் கம்மிங் ஃபார் ஹிம். ஸோ தட் இஸ் வாட் ஹீ செஸ். ஸோ த மெமரிஸ் ஆஃப் த பாஸ்ட் keep coming back into his mind as dreams. So he says that as he listens to the patter of the rain upon the roof, he has many new dreams in his mind, and the memories of the past come back in the form of dreams. That's what he says. Tinkle. Tinkle means light, short, ringing sound. Shingles. Shingles means rectangular wooden tiles used on roofs. Echo அப்படின்னா repeated sound. Oofna the thread woven across the loom. அப்போ அவருக்கு 1000 ட்ரீம்ஸ் எப்படி வருதுன்னா, இந்த துணி நெய்கிறாங்கல்ல அந்த மாதிரி த்ரெட் எப்படி ஒன்றுக்குள்ளே ஒன்று இருக்குல்ல. ஸோ லைக் தேட் thousands of dreams he recollects when he listens to the sound of the rain. That's what he tries to say. Busy being அப்படின்னா this refers to the human beings here. So the poet is referring to himself. Busy being அப்படின்னா human beings குறிக்குது. So he is referring to whom? He is referring to himself. That's what he means in this second stanza. Now we come to a very important stanza. See the memory that he talks about. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone, to regard the darling dreamers ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. Here the poet introduces his mother. He says that he is dreaming of his mother. As he had told in the previous stanza, that rain brings memories of the past. Now in this stanza, it is the memory of his mother who is no longer alive. She's dead. In the past, when he was young, when he was small, she used to love him so much. She used to consider him as a darling. She used to call him a darling. And she would let him sleep till the daybreak and let him sleep so well that he had sweet dreams. The poet can still feel that his mother is looking at him as he listens to the song made by the raindrops falling on the rooftop of his room. So he compares that sound, and he says that he could feel that his mother is looking at him. The sound of the rain makes him compare his past with his present. That is why the poet is so much attached by the sound of the raindrops on the shingles of his room. So he's attached to that sound is because this sound brings memories of the past. So whenever he hears this sound, it brings back memories of the past, and he is reminded of his mother. So he remembers his mother, which cannot be forgotten. That's what he says, and all his experience has been shared in the poem The Rain on the Roof, and I hope that you have understood the poem. Now let's go to the literary devices in the poem. Okay. Means it's an old poetic word for before. In the old English level, you can also say Dawn abdina, it is daybreak, morning. Dawn means daybreak, that is morning. List means it's again a poetic word, and it is used for listen. Listen and solradhukku, it's a poetic word. To make the poem beautiful, such poetic words are used. Okay, list. So means it's before, list means listen. Refrain is a repeated part of a song or a poem. Here the sound of the rain has been repeated again and again. Let's see to the literary devices. Now we are going to see to the rhyme scheme. First is the rhyme scheme. Okay, the rhyme scheme is the same for all the three stanzas. So let's first take the first stanza. Okay, the first stanza, can you see? Hover. What shall we give? Hover, we have to give A. Does hover rhyme with spheres? No. So what shall we name it? We shall give B. Does it rhyme with darkness? No. So that is also a very different word. So we give it C. Fine. Now there's tears in the fourth line. So does it rhyme with anything else on top? Yes, it rhymes with spheres. So what alphabet did we give for spheres? B. So tears also carry the same alphabet. So it is A, B, C, B. Now shall we come to pillow? Pillow, yes. Can we give pillow a name? What can we give pillow? Pillow can be given D only. Yes, that also doesn't rhyme with anything. Then comes bed. Bed is what? E. Yeah, we name it E. And does bed rhyme with anything else? Yeah, it rhymes. Okay, first we will see to patter and then we'll come to bed. So what shall we give patter? Patter also should be given a different letter. So we'll name it F. And then see the last one, overhead. Does this overhead rhyme with something else on top? Yes, it rhymes with bed. So bed was given what? E. And so overhead is also given E. So let's see the rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. Got it? So the same thing is for all the three stanzas. Now we are going to see to the next literary device. The next one is alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition. I have taught you in the previous poems. So the repetition of a vowel sound or a consonant sound? Consonant sound. Yes. So the repetition of a consonant sound in 2 or more consecutive words. So 2 or more words, if it has the consonant sound and the sound is repeating, then it is called alliteration. So come on, find out in the first paragraph. Humid hover. Good. So which letter consonant is, which sound is repeating? H sound is repeating. Then comes, come on, try. Starry spheres. Now which is repeating? S sound is repeating. Then comes press pillow. Yes, press pillow. So P sound is repeating. Then lie listening. Yes, very good. Lie listening. L sound is repeated over here. So this is alliteration, the next literary device. Use of sound words, isn't it? So it is the sound made by the raindrops falling on the rooftop. Patter, pitter அப்படின்னு ஒரு sound word கொடுத்துருக்கோம் இல்லையா? So அந்த ஒரு effect கொடுக்கறதுக்காக. So such sound words are known as Onomotopia. What is it called as? Onomotopia. Onomatopoeia. Okay, so it is called as Onomatopoeia. These sound words are called as Onomatopoeia. Okay, now comes a next one, that is, you see, sometimes this non-living things are treated like living things, living beings. If darkness has been personified, he says, when he says that it is sad, darkness வந்து sad க்கு ஒப்பிடுறாரு. So he is making that non-living thing as a living thing. So such words, when it is used in the poem, okay, it is called as personification. Can darkness be sad? Can it show that emotion? Illa. But it has been shown as if darkness is showing some emotion. Or living thing போல அதை வந்து காட்டுறதுனால it is called as personification. So here darkness has been personified when he says that it is sad. Melancholy darkness அப்படின்னு இருக்குல்ல, that is what is personification. Now come on, you all try the second stanza. Is there alliteration in the second stanza? Can you find a few? Yes. Come on. The first one is busy being. Busy being. Yes. Which sound is getting repeated? B. And then comes their thread. Is it there? Their thread. Their threads. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th line. Their threads. So what is getting repeated over here? Which sound? TH sound is repeated. Then comes rain roof. See in the last line, rain roof. Though it is far away, but the same line has got the same sound, that is R. So which sound is getting repeated? R sound is getting repeated. Next one is Onomotopia. I told you again. What is that dramatic effect, that sound word been given? Tinkle. Good. Tinkle. Yes, so Onomatopoeia is tinkle and patter. And then comes personification. Try personification. Where is it personified? Recollection is personified when he says that they weave dreams. They weave. See how it is made real. Or recollection ingiradhu, it's a non-living thing, but it is considered as a living thing. So he says that they weave dreams. Weave dreams, it seems. துணி எப்படி பண்ணுறோமோ அந்த மாதிரி they weave dreams. That's what he says. Okay, so it has been personified. Come on, now comes the last stanza. Is there any alliteration found there? Yes, there is. Memory, my mother. Memory, my mother. Isn't it? Can you see? Memory, my mother, the first line. So that, which sound is getting repeated? M sound is repeated. And then comes darling dreamers. Darling dreamers. So which sound is getting repeated over here? Which sound is getting repeated over here? D sound is getting repeated. Now comes Onomotopia. Again the patter sound. Here also there is Onomatopoeia. Okay. So with this I close, and I think you have all understood the poem as well as the literary devices. Thank you very much, children. Now let's see to the summary of the poem. The poem Rain on the Roof talks about the poet's different reactions to the sound of raindrops falling on the roof of his house. He says that the raindrops at night are like tears shed by the sad, dark night. He loves, to lie in bed and hear rain falling on the roof of his house, because it gets back sweet memories of the past. He says that the sound of raindrops helps him fall asleep and gives him sweet dreams. He has memories of his loving mother, who would put them to sleep. Now let me ask you a few questions on this poem. Let me see if you have understood, okay? So listen to the questions carefully and then answer my questions. Now tell me, what do the following phrases mean to you? What do these following phrases mean to you? Short sentences. Phrases are short sentences. Humid shadows. What does it refer to, children? Yes, it refers to the dark clouds which are full of water. Superb. Now the second one, come on, tell me. Starry spheres. What are they? What do they refer to? They refer to the sky at night time, which is full of stars. Yes. Now see to the third one. What a bliss. What do you mean by bliss? Bliss means, I told you, I explained to you. Bliss means blessing. Yes. And then 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. What do you mean by this? 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. That means people start having different and sweet dreams. And he is referring to that busy being. He refers to himself, I told you, in the poem, isn't it? And then see the fifth one. 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into oof. What do you mean by this? Yes, that means when people are asleep, when you are nicely sleeping, the memories of the past come back into their mind in the form of what? In the form of dreams. Yes. So I think you have found out the answers for these 5 phrases. Now let's go to the second one. See, all these are in your textbook questions that I am asking you. What does the poet like to do when it rains? The first paragraph it says, right? What does the poet like to do when it rains? What does he like to do? Yes, he likes to lay in bed and hear the rain falling on the roof of his room. Don't you think so? Yes, that's the answer. Now tell me, what is the third one? What is the single major memory that comes to the poet? Who are the darling dreamers he refers to? Who does he call the darling dreamers? What does this stand for? Or what does it say? What is it talking about? It's talking about the memories of his mother. Yes, when he was a child, she used to put them to bed and allow them to sleep so that they had what? Nice, sweet dreams. And these darling dreamers refers to the poet's brothers and sisters, siblings. Yeah, when they were children, they had sweet dreams. And they were all loved by their mother so much. That's what he's trying to say. Let's see to the fourth question. Is the poet now a child, or is his mother still alive? Is his mother still alive? No. Now the poet is not a child. He's an adult. After becoming an adult only, he is writing this poem. Isn't it? So all the memories, what happened in the past comes to his mind, and that experiences he is writing as a poem. So now the poet is not a child and he is an adult, and his mother is not alive. She's dead and gone. So he just remembers his mother very much. Okay. By answering these questions, I hope you must have understood it even more better. Okay, children, I want you to copy all the hard words and its meanings, and also the literary devices, so that it will be easy for you to learn. Hope you all understood. Thank you very, very much.